Welcome to this lesson where we're going to start looking at different parts of circles. Okay, so in a circle so far you've probably heard of circumference, diameter and radius, but there's a fair few terms that we need to cover here. And I've color-coded them on the circle as we go. So first of them is the circumference. Now this is a fancy word for perimeter, which is specific to a circle. So that blue line around the circle is going to be the circumference, and we want to know generally how long that's going to be. Next, we have the center. So that's just the term we're going to call the middle of our circle. That's that light blue dot there. Next is an arc, and it's a bit difficult to see here, but the arc is between these two green lines. Now, an arc is just a part of a circumference. So it's going to be a part of that circular curve, but not the whole thing. Next, we have a tangent. And a tangent is a line that's going to touch our circle once. So it's not going to go into the circle or be away from the circle. It has to touch it exactly once. Next is a chord. So a chord is going to be a line which goes from one point on the circumference to another point on the circumference. So it's like a tangent, but it's now inside the circle and it doesn't go outside of it. Now it has to touch twice. The segment is going to be the area or the space that's between our chord and our circumference. So a chord is looking at a line, but segment is going to be that whole area. Next is the diameter. You probably know this one. The diameter is actually a special type of chord because a chord touches a circle twice. It has two endpoints on the circumference. The diameter is a chord, but it also has to pass through the center of the circle. The radius, you also hopefully know, is going to be a line from the center of the circle to the circumference. And finally, sector. So sector is going to be the area between two radii or radiuses. Another way of thinking about it is if we were to take an arc, so we have here an arc, and we were to connect that to the center, this whole area inside would be a sector. Now it's your turn to have a go naming the parts of the circles. So this is the first one. Okay, so that's the circumference. The next one is this. Okay, so that's the center of our circle. Next. Okay, so that's called a tangent. The next part is this one. That's a segment. Next. Okay, so that's a radius. And finally, we have this one. And here we're looking at the green part. Okay, so that's a sector. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, you can move on with the next activities.